This is NBR Today. The National Party is promising to index tax rates to inflation in a move it says would make someone on the average wage $430 a year better off. National leader Simon Bridges announced the policy during his State of the Nation speech in Christchurch today. The change would put a dent in the government's tax take, with National estimating the first adjustment in 2021 would save taxpayers $650 million. Mr Bridges also repeated his promise to repeal the Auckland regional fuel tax, guarantee no petrol tax increases, or the introduction of any new tax in National's first term in office, and to scrap out capital gains tax if one is introduced. Air New Zealand's share price has plunged 12% after warning its earnings for 2019 are likely to be less than expected, as the Dreamliner engine issues take a greater toll. The airline is expecting earnings before tax of $340 to $400 million for the year to the end of June, as the engine problems impacted by as much as $40 million. The new guidance is for as much as 37% below last year's pre-tax profit. Chief Executive Christopher Luxon says the softer revenue growth outlook is concerning, and a review of the network, fleet and cost base has commenced to ensure the business is on a strong footing going forward. Rocket Lab New Zealand posted a $386,000 profit for the year ended March 31, 2018, down from $1.5 million the year before. The subsidiary of the new California-based company, founded by Peter Beck, operates R&D and launch services for Rocket Lab US. The company had revenue of $34.7 million for the 2018 financial year, up from $22.7 million the year before, with most coming from R&D. In future, the New Zealand subsidiary won't be doing all the launches, as Rocket Lab has established another launch site in Virginia in the US, which can handle one launch a month compared to 120 a year at the Mahia site. Climate Change Minister James Shaw admits it's taking the government longer than expected to introduce its zero carbon bill to Parliament. Mr Shaw is still negotiating with the National Party over the details of the Climate Change Commission, a key part of the legislation. The minister says the government's also been thinking about the socio-economic impacts of different policies, and that this takes time.
It's kind of getting closer. I know that I haven't held to my original time frame, but I've sort of I think it's more important to do this well than to rush it, and so it's getting close. I mean, we're talking kind of
weeks.
Yeah, weeks.
Chinese telco Huawei could be in trouble again after the US unsealed new indictments against the company and its chief financial officer. According to the US Department of Justice, 13 counts of financial fraud have been brought against the CFO, Huawei, and 2 Huawei affiliates. The Department of Justice alleges the telco misled banking partners about violations of US sanctions against Iran. The indictments are the latest in a series of setbacks for Huawei, which was denied a contract to help build Spark's 5G wireless network in New Zealand last year. And to tomorrow, NBR tech commentator Rob O'Neill looks at Infratil's increasing focus on data centres. So for more on that and other stories, head to our website and enjoy your evening.
To unlock your 2 free articles a week, head to nbr.co.nz.